So here's a little demo of my geometric art tool. The user interface is obviously extremely rough, but it is usable, and I've been able to make some really fun things so far. So here's hoping it can be useful to you too. So I will be kind of producing this 10-fold rosette pattern, and to start off we want to change the symmetry here. We go to mirrors over here, and this is currently doing 3-fold symmetry. It looks like 6 because the lines go all the way from one side to the other, but we'll go ahead and do 10, and you can turn off some individual symmetries. If we click here, you can see you can turn off certain ones. Anyway, so I'll press L to make a line, and I think this is roughly the way we start. You can see they get reflected all over. I click on a point to start making a path, and you'll have to probably play with this to get the hang of it, but basically you can just follow a path all around, and once you complete it, then you can click on the path, and it is now a tile that is colorable. There's also these ones here, and now to make these little 8 and 6-sided figures, if I remember correctly, we need a circle. That's the C key, and I'll do a line through here to get this intersection, and a line from here to here, and that gives us our little kite-looking thing here at the top. Oops. Now, if you mouse over a previous, like a blue line, which is a completed segment, then it'll revert back to that segment. Okay, so we've got the kites. Let's go ahead and fill in these little guys. And now to get these diamonds, if I remember correctly, we need a circle that goes out to here, and the diamonds, the bottom tip of the diamond is right there. Anyway, so we go around. You make these guides with L or C, or if you want to get really fancy, there's the end circle, which is the circle that fits within a triangle described by 3 points. Or there's the circumcircle, which actually comes in handy a lot, where it's the circle that goes around 3 points. Anyway, and actually here's a good use case for that, because we want a regular pentagon, and this is a handy way to just give us the other 2 points of the pentagon without going through a lot of hassle. And so I will start going around, and here I'll demonstrate the zoom in feature. Sometimes things get a little busy and it's hard to select the right line segment. So while you're making something, if you press Shift, it will zoom in on right around where your mouse was. And if you Alt Shift, then it zooms in a ton, which, especially if you're doing fine detail, can be super handy. Now these circles are creating a lot of extra intersections that we don't really need. So I will click on one of these circles, and it will disable the circles so they're not creating intersections. You can click it again to re-enable it. I'll do the same for this circle and this circle. And now, making this path is going to be a lot simpler than it otherwise would have been. Okay. And we are almost done with this design, I think. Pop that. That looks good. Now I'll hit G to hide all the guides so we can see what this actually looks like. Let's do a little bit of coloring. Again, excuse the user interface being atrocious. This is the one that I just selected. You can see mousing over which one we're working with. And coloring works based on palettes. So this is the currently active palette. And I'll have a couple of things be this lightish blue, and then maybe just doing whatever here. Let's have that be white, and then we can swap over here and switch out different palettes, which can be a fun way to just try out some different designs. And this white isn't working for me, actually. Yeah, that's simpler. The top line of colors is for the fill, the bottom line is for the lines. If you select transparent, of course the line goes away. You can't really see that because everything else has lines too. And yeah, so this is what it looks like without those lines, which is actually kind of a fun effect here. So there is infinite undo and redo, which can come in handy. This, if you click on something, it'll select the path group, and then if you click on it again, it'll select the individual path. For example, if you want to hide a certain path, I guess I broke that. Oh well. Anyway, here's a help tab that hopefully makes it easier to try things out. The default background is transparent. I kind of like this dark gray as a background. So let's go ahead and export. We're gonna, on the left there's an SVG, on the right is a PNG, and both of these actually have encoded the entire editor state. So you can download this PNG, blow everything away, and then go ahead and drag and drop it on, and everything is fully interactive. So you can share the image around, which is kind of fun. Zooming, this is very manual. I often will, kind of play with the zoom a little bit to get this framed nicely. Currently, only square frames are supported, and sometimes I'll export an image with the guide showing, because that can be nice. For example, this image here has the guides showing, so I can remember kind of where things are in relation to each other. And that's it. I hope this was helpful.